Hello and welcome to I Came Here With Nothing with Kiyanosh and Tim. We are back for episode 2 and geez, the first episode is going off, mate.
A lot of reviews, a lot of critics coming out saying it's Podcast of the Year. Podcast Awards already nominated us, which is pretty cool.
I think you've got to nominate yourself.
For what?
Podcast of the Year.
I didn't even know that was a thing. Shouldn't be, but if it is, they're talking about us, I think. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting to already be the best podcast in the world.
I mean, I do have to apologize to you, man.
Please.
I was messaging you and I was bugging you. I was harassing you and I was like, mate, there's some big stuff happening in the realm of deal or no deal. I think we got to get our episode up quickly because you wanted to bank a few. You wanted some.
How'd that go for us, Tim? Did it work out? Why did you want to go so early?
Well, I was just watching a lot of TV and I saw that there were some things happening with Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, they got comedians on.
They had Celebrity Week and things like that, and some people we know that we might be able to get on the podcast and talk about their experience on the show.
They're on the way.
There's also been some big news with one of the old hosts of the show.
Very exciting news.
We can't talk too much about that because
can we not?
I think because it is an ongoing court case. We can talk about it
Spoilers.
if we use the word allegedly. We just have to be quite careful.
Yeah, that. Man, we're really going to get sued on this podcast, I think. This is the podcast that people are going to be listening. Well, we are, this will definitely ruin the podcast awards for us if we talk about this the wrong way. But yeah, very big week for Deal or No Deal fans, which is, I think, just you, Tim. Maybe someone else watching as well. But yeah, very exciting. So we banked it early, the first episode. The fans were just stoked, both of them. And then we are back with the second one, popular demand. We kind of wanted to it's like a pilot, Sometimes you put it out in the world and you think, is this going to go? And it turns out with the new Seinfeld.
Well, I did name that episode Soft Launch, episode 1. Normally with podcasts, you give it like a fun, quirky name, something you might have mentioned in the podcast. If you were going to name our pilot episode, if you can reminisce and even remember what we talked about, what would you call it?
Oh, that was something that we wouldn't shut up about. God, I don't remember at all. Something about a dairy cow.
I was thinking Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt would be good, which we completely forgot. People listening to this right now are probably yelling their favorite phrases because, again, pilot of the year. They're like, "Are you serious? It's like a sitcom. We've all got classic catchphrases."
I never knew. Is it called a pilot because it's like this thing could take off?
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah, why is it called a pilot? A pilot. Yeah, maybe. Or this thing could crash into two towers, if you know what I'm saying. That's probably why it is. Yeah, this thing could either take off or crash and burn.
I mean, and this podcast has two towers. You got your left and you got your right.
We'd be very different pilots, actually. Now that
and we're aiming for that right tower because that's where all the money is.
There we go. We're right in the middle together. It works.
But we've had a big couple of weeks, and it's been really exciting to see some stuff that you've been up to, man. Are you stoked with what's been coming out?
Yep, finally came out and came out with the podcast. Huge week for me. Some good times. Been doing some good gigs. Some new jokes working, which was very exciting. And then saw my dumb face on TV, which was fun. Yeah,
I mean, I've been hanging out with a lot of the people that were on the show you were on.
What show?
They all... Do you want to talk? You didn't mention it, so I felt like...
Raw?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Raw comedy came out.
On the show I was on.
You were a national finalist.
I was like, was I on Home and Away? And I forgot. What show?
Yeah, you were a national finalist, and everyone I talk to really downplays it. Or they're really upset about the edit, or they just are like, yeah, it's all good. But for me, as a comedy nerd...
What do you want them to dance and sing a song? Yeah. Oh, yeah, but Raw's a very big deal for you.
For me, like, I'm 34 years old. I've been watching Raw since I was a little kid. It's all I've ever wanted. It's all I've ever dreamed about.
Wow.
It's the Australian version of the Johnny Carson Tonight Show. Like, that's... you getting your 5 minutes on the Tonight Show, man. Because that's all we've got. It was either Rove, Hey It's Saturday, or Raw.
Yeah.
Or
Look, if you are watching, can you comment if you know what the hell Raw is? I have a theory that no one who doesn't do comedy knows what it is, has an idea, but then there's people like Tim who were like, I was raised on it, so I really don't know.
There's some other comedians my age, like open mic comedians my age, that are similar.
Yeah, I've heard a couple, but just comedians, like people who went into comedy eventually. I haven't heard anyone who's like, I'm a dairy farmer now, but I was raised on raw comedy. I don't think it's like Def Jam levels. But hey, it sounds like I'm shitting on it. I'm just saying that I thought Raw was the wrestling thing. The WWE Raw, SmackDown versus Raw. That's what I was actually raised on. That was my Raw. I'm not even kidding. I don't like wrestling, but I watched way more of that than Raw comedy.
Well, both are fake when you think about it.
Both are fake, and they add in laughs for both, which very weird.
They've got writers, and they add in laughs.
The Raw wrestlers are way funnier than the Raw comedians, unfortunately. But we tried our best, you guys. Please stop sending me hate mail.
I think, I haven't watched it yet because I was going to watch it with
really?
you. Well, I was going to watch it with you, and then we were going to do this, and we were going to get the Patreon going, and we've got all these manic plans.
We're already getting a
Patreon,
show. By the way. Since the first episode was so massive, we thought, let's get people to pay for this money.
But no, you should be very proud, man. You got on the telly.
Thank you so
That's
much.
huge.
Got
So well done, man.
I was hoping it would be It's Academic, but I'm way too old for that apparently. Were you ever on like Ready Steady Go? I had my brother and my family friends. They were all on.
I was in the audience for a lot of TV shows.
Oh well, quit bragging, brother. I mean, on the show,
I was on Ready Steady Cook, and I got up at the end and ate steak tartare.
Oh, okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah, so that was nice.
Okay,
no one was touching it because it was raw meat.
Is this on me? I'm going to turn me up a little. Thanks, guys.
Up.
I feel like being silenced. No, but one of my friends was on It's Academic, and he misspelled slippery. He spelled it SLIPPERW.
To be fair,
which isn't how you spell it.
If you're on social media, if you're on TikTok, for example, some words are banned. So if you're trying to write slippery in the comments, it will be like that's a violation
but you know what he
of
did
our codes.
Is he said it so quickly. He was like SLIPPERW that they actually slowed down the footage, but it was like robotic. When they slow down footage. So it was like it looked like he was like having an aneurysm or something, and then it was completely wrong. So we all gathered around and watched that. That was like one of our TV moments when I was a kid of like, oh, my buddy's on the TV and he's making an absolute dumbass of himself.
I used to get so embarrassed seeing myself on TV or back on film on camera and all that sort of stuff. And now I'm just like, whatever. Like I shot a little commercial recently. That's why I got this stupid haircut.
Whoa, what was the commercial?
It was for a hair product company.
Can't say?
I'll wait till it
you don't want to
comes
ruin
out.
the other check. You don't want to...
And normally I would be
Nivea hit you up
I'd be
later
so
and they say,
embarrassed watching it
sleeping
back.
with Dove.
It's not one of the big boys.
Not one of the big boys. Wow. Text in what you guys think, please.
So we're watching the commercial back, and normally I'd be like so embarrassed, but a part of me was like, no, I'm happy with that. Like I did all right. And I went in early to the studio, and I was like, hey guys, just letting you know I'm a comedian. I'm not an actor. This is the first time I've done anything like this. And they're like, you'll be right. And then I'm watching it back. I'm like, yeah, I'm going to be in like feature films.
Dude, for sure. You'll be on the next Mad Max.
I'm so delusional. I'm
You'll
like, Quentin Tarantino's going to be calling me soon.
He probably is calling you. First of all, if he's not watching the podcast, he's obviously not in tune with the podcast awards the way that other people are. So I think just off the podcast, you probably get hired in a Quentin Tarantino film.
That could be.
But even like Scorsese, you'll probably watch this Not Dove ad and be like, this guy's got the goods.
Yeah, well, remember...
This guy could play Native American in my next movie.
Remember Bill Burr would just like shit on Star Wars and stuff, and now he's in it, and like...
Bill Burr's in Star Wars?
Yeah, Bill Burr's in The Mandalorian. Yeah, and he's
what
very
is
good.
he?
Great actor.
Bill Burr's great. He was in Breaking Bad. It's fantastic. What is he in The Mandalorian?
I'm not sure.
Is he like an alien species or a human being?
He wears a big hood.
Oh my God, Bill Burr!
And he's very good.
Star
He's a
Wars?
great actor. But also,
did we know this?
Remember
as a
when
nation, as
Chris
a people?
Pratt was sort of starting out as an actor, and he was doing like a lot more comedy.
He was funny,
but he was like saying stuff behind the scenes. He's like, Steven Spielberg, I'm ready for Jurassic Park when you need me, and then it happened.
Yeah, well, they say manifesting's very real.
I've been manifesting.
Can't manifest
some stuff.
a girlfriend, but we'll get there, man. No,
you can go buy one.
So when people don't laugh at things like that, it really is real. So
there's a few topics that are sort of circulating in the open mic scene at the moment.
Oh, let's not get into those.
And I'm sitting in that spectrum.
Yeah, it really is a spectrum. But yeah, it was. I did watch Raw with friends gathered around. That was very fun.
And how did they react? How did they think
they were laughing. It's very funny. People think they're all individuals, but when you do enough sets, you kind of know which ones they're going to laugh more at, and you can just you're a room, and they were so predictable. God damn, you know what I mean? But it was very fun. They really enjoyed themselves, and yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congratulations, and
Thank you.
I believe it's sort of opened a few doors for you.
Some people look me in the eyes now, which is really exciting. Tim included.
You're getting booked at Sweeney's Comedy a lot more now.
Sweeney's Comedy. Some of the open mics will even put me on in the first 20, which is really exciting. And but genuinely, some very exciting rooms.
But we both did the stall like a week apart.
Yeah, very
that's
exciting.
Very exciting. Like, so when you do Raw, you get to do the stall, but it doesn't really count because it's what would you call it? An audition, a competition? I don't know.
Well, it's still an open mic. It's like if you sign up, you will perform at the store.
But I mean, before I got booked at the store, technically I'd done it 5 times.
Yeah,
but just through Raw,
same, maybe 3 times. Interesting.
So I kind of knew the mechanics of it all. But I was still shitting myself. And
was all 5 times packed?
No, once during my Raw sessions. Sounds like very sexual.
Yeah, Jesus.
But yeah, I remember I invited all my friends to come, and because it is kind of a bringer show when you think about it. I invited all my friends to come, and it like flooded, and they couldn't get there because the roads were just so wet. So we got about 40 people, where you normally get 100, 200.
Well, yeah.
So I've done the store to
it's
a
300 capacity for people who don't know. So 40 people in there is a horrifying number.
So yeah, I've had some ups and downs doing my Raw stuff, but yeah, getting booked at the store was great. I followed one of my comedic heroes, Cam Knight, which was just a thrill for me.
Yeah, do you remember the lineup? Do you want to say?
Well, the newbies of the night was Stella, who did Raw.
Yep, Stella Wu,
myself,
and
Annabelle James. We were the newbies.
Oh wow, that's a good crew.
Yeah, and then
I like that.
We, Dan Rath was on, Cam Knight was on. I forget the rest, but
any good sets, any great sets, any.
I mean, I was out in the back vomiting. I missed a lot of it.
Whoa!
No, but I went up to Cam Knight, right, and he used to host a show on the Comedy Channel called Stand Up Australia.
Nice,
and it was on like every afternoon. And it was him as the MC just introducing comedians, and they would come on and do like 10 minutes.
Right.
That was the show. And it's a shame stuff like that doesn't exist anymore, because he was sort of saying like he would just like put people that weren't getting TV spots on. So like you could see some really unusual stand-up.
That's more of a Johnny Carson vibe.
Yeah.
At least it feels like.
So I went up to him and was like, hey mate, don't want to be a dickhead, but I used to watch the show every afternoon. I didn't even have Foxtel. I'd have to go to my friend's house across the road to watch it. And I can't believe I got to, follow the biggest crusher in Sydney.
Oh my God, you really fanboyed and blew the guy.
And he was like,
Jesus.
shut up, bro.
Yeah, of course.
It's all good. We're all in this together.
Oh my God, you're embarrassing yourself, Tim.
But he's, a staple at the store. Like he's there a lot.
And he's like, who's this ball boy sucking my dick?
But I never used to be that guy. I used to always just be in the corner, be quiet, just, do my time, get up there. And I've started to put myself out there a bit more and tell people what they mean to me. And it's always been quite beneficial.
Yeah.
I'm not very good
they'd appreciate it for sure.
Yeah. And I'm not trying to network. I'm not trying to,
But see, I have this thing. I think I've talked to you about this, actually. We might have discussed it in Newcastle. I have this thing that if I really respect someone and really admire them to the point where, like, they're a part of my life, you know those people?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I watch Seinfeld all the time.
Yeah,
so that sort of thing. I don't want them to know I exist.
Yeah.
I actively do not want them to know I am a part of this world, and it bothers me if they do.
Well, there's
so
someone
it's crazy for me for you to be like, hey, like I grew up on you, and I want you to know I'm a thing. That's like a level of self-esteem and confidence.
There's one person where I'm like you.
Yeah, I have a lot of those.
And
if they like in any way raised me, it's like, I don't want to taint it. In case I suck or you suck or any of it sucks, you're an icon. Just stays, and like we're just talking about Conan. I don't want to meet Conan.
I want to meet Conan.
Fuck no. It's horrifying to me for Conan to go, this guy's a hack.
To have
and be right.
A nerdy Simpsons writer get a late night show with red hair.
Exactly.
That's my path.
Enough for me. I don't need him.
I need some advice from him.
Oh, true.
The one person I don't want them to know I exist is someone kind of in the scene, someone we know, someone we've maybe gigged with a little bit.
Oh.
But they've blown up quite big now.
Okay.
But I refuse to do gigs with them. I would go and watch them. I would be at rooms when they were around. I would DJ rooms when they were around, but I never wanted them to see my act because I respected them too much. And it's sort of scary how sometimes paths are crossed and then you go your own way.
That's weird to me. That's
Do
crazy.
you want to know who it is?
Yeah.
Sam Campbell.
What?
I refuse to be on a lineup with him
Why?
because I just love him too much.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, yeah, I can respect it. It's similar to what I'm saying, but that feels like almost just
I did a gig
bad
once.
for your career. It's like, hey, do you want to open for this guy? No, I respect him too much.
I did a gig once at the Town and Country. I used to run a room out there.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever do it? It was like
Nah, I wish.
it was like Petersham or St. Peter's or something
Nice,
like that.
nice.
And it was a pretty rough room. And Sam Campbell came and did it as a favour. I think he was living out in Parramatta and had to catch like 20 buses to get there.
Right.
And I was DJing because I would help sort of run the room with the room runner. And there was only like 4 or 5 people in the crowd. So he turned his back to the crowd and did his whole set just to me.
Nice.
Looking me straight in the eyes. Doing material I'd heard a fair bit. And I was like trying not to cry.
That's crazy. God bless stand-up.
But a few times, you know, he would drop into Rat Club. He would drop into some rooms that we
And
would
you would
do.
leave?
I would, yeah, just remove myself from the lineup.
That's
and
wait.
and
You
just-
would so you would be on the lineup.
just watch.
He would come on and you'd say, "I can't go up tonight."
Yeah, I just would just be like, I feel like just watching tonight.
What the hell? You guys text in. Is he weird or is he? Would you agree with Tim? Have you done this?
But Conan
And-
O'Brien, he's welcome to come and stay on my couch if he's ever
That's
doing anything in Australia.
I guess I kind of get it because Sam Campbell probably feels realer than like Conan's
Yeah.
like otherworldly. You know, when are we
Yeah.
going to see Conan O'Brien
Well,
out and about? Where Sam Campbell?
there's been a few Australian comedians that have done Conan.
No, but I mean in terms of like the real world, like you're never doing a spot at Rat Club and Conan's.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
that's not happening. But you are going to run into people that you're a lot more. You know, in tune and inspired by Australian comedy and culture.
I definitely am inspired
For
by
sure.
American
I don't even know
stuff.
what Australia is.
Yeah,
like,
no.
honestly.
American stuff. Like, Americans kind of invented stand-up. I think it's
Yeah,
definitely
but it
their
feels like
art
you have a
form.
true passion and you
Yeah.
were raised on Australian comedy
Yeah.
and comedians. So you revere them in a different way when it's like actually a part of your upbringing. Whereas,
But I mean,
you know,
my goal in life is to have my own late night television show, and I'm
Yeah.
very inspired by people like Conan and like Craig Ferguson and things like that. So, and again,
Yes.
anything I can get my hands on.
late night's not really good or really a thing anymore.
We're bringing it back,
culturally.
baby.
Culturally, it's not. You don't really. I can't think of anyone that anyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna just stay home tonight and watch late night. And that was just a thing. Like, oh, I'm gonna put on Letterman tonight and
Yeah.
chill out. You know what I mean? No one's. I mean, there's some good ones, but it's more like you're watching clips of them on
Yeah.
YouTube.
You're watching-
And you're like, oh, look, Jimmy Fallon's opening up a, sandbox with Kesha.
The Sandbox.
They do weird games. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, she's opening
Ping
up a
pong.
gift basket, and oh, there's a lizard in there, and she's scared. And then Ellen DeGeneres, oh, she's cancelled. Who would come out? Like, a Terry Crews comes out with Dwayne Johnson, and they fight. And
It's all gimmicky. It's
Jimmy
all
pours,
clickbaity.
custard on them or something.
Yeah.
It's all very weird. They play Pictionary in their underwear, like that sort of thing. But it's the old culture of like just have a guy on the couch, Norm's crushing to Craig Ferguson. That's not really a thing.
Yeah. Well, my partner said, like, I've only seen you ever cry twice. And once was when I was in a crisis. And the other time was when I was watching Conan O'Brien's farewell speech when he was getting fired from The Tonight Show. And
Wow.
like things like that just get to me. And he's a very articulate.
You're talking about like
Learned
after the
man.
whole Leno
Yeah.
stuff. When
Well, he
he's
was
talking
sort of
about-
just saying, like, don't
Yeah.
be cynical.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
And I think he was really great with his words. And yeah, I mean, I've got some really great friends, and we're actually talking about planning my buck soon. And they know I love going on cruises, so they're like planning that. But they're like, we might not be able to go on a cruise until after the wedding. What would you like to do before the wedding? And all my mates, we met at TAFE. We studied television together. And I was like, I've always wanted to record a pilot of like a late night talk show. And they're like, let's do it. We'll fund it. We'll book the guests. We'll write it together.
Whoa.
So I'm going to get my little pilot TV show, which is going to be cool. Yeah.
The bucks after the wedding is hilarious. The idea of like you have the wedding and your wife's like, oh, well, I can't wait for our honeymoon. You're like, sorry, baby, I'm going on the bucks now. Now I'm going to go snort coke off a stripper's ass,
yeah.
and you know what I mean?
Got to catch up with the boys. real
Yeah,
quick.
right after we've been married. She's like, oh, you meant to kind of do that beforehand so that the marriage is pure. And you're like, no. I'm taking 2 weeks on a cruise, and it's international water, so it's all legal, baby.
Oh, yeah. Now, you said some interesting things were happening in Newcastle.
Do you want to get into the episode? Do you want to do this next episode?
You did this
You wanna
last
do
time. You're
this-
like, shut the fuck up. Let's watch Deal or No
We
Deal.
can. It's such the Newcastle thing is like an odyssey almost. It's a whole thing to it, and it's pretty fantastic, honestly. So honestly, you guys, we're already 20 minutes into the pod. Some are calling this the best episode since episode 1, which is really exciting for us. But we're going to get into the episode, and then in episode 3, we've got Newcastle story. Someone might have gone interstate. Might have had some fun adventures interstate,
Yeah.
but you're gonna have to listen to find out. So today we're gonna watch. What is it? Season 1, episode 111.
I love when numbers look like this. I
Oh,
love when
it
the
just-
dates are like
I
special, but like
just had a seizure
season
looking
1,
at it.
111,
Oh,
111.
God. Too many episodes. Okay, I know we're literally making a podcast about watching Deal or No Deal,
Are
but
you ready to kick this off?
2 episodes is enough, guys. All right, yeah, let's kick it off. For those of you that are watching at home, please start watching it now so it lines up. And a few of you are probably thinking, well, we can't actually hear the show or see it, and neither can we. So we are really in this together.
We're just schizophrenic.
Yeah, Grant's
and
coming
we're
out.
just
And,
making up the show in our heads.
is that a new suit? For sure, a new suit.
Again,
what is
the three-piece suit? Is the three-piece suit? And we talked about this last episode. Is it something that smaller men like to wear?
I think we will be talking about the 3-piece suit every episode, by the way. So guys,
Until he
get used
doesn't
to
wear
it.
one.
3-piece suit is good on small. No, I've seen some big boys rock a 3-piece. Does Channel 10 pay for his suits? Do you think?
Oh
Or is
yeah,
he-
they've got a
so he's
budget.
got a suit budget.
They've got a wardrobe designer.
Yeah. Okay. So he's already picked the contestant. It's Kiara Jackson today, you guys. Kiara Jackson is a
Sorry, Miss
childcare
Jackson.
educator. She isn't black, despite Tim's reference. Childcare educator used to be a goat dairy, milking goats.
Yeah, this is weird because last week there was a bit of a theme around cows and milk and that sort of stuff, but she used to be a dairy farmer and work with goats.
And says 1,200 times, twice a day is how often she's milking them things.
Now she's in childcare, but she still
we
lives
don't
on
know
a
how often she's
farm with her
milking the
husband,
goats.
and they've got sheep and cow and all this sort of stuff. So, yeah.
Case 15. She's picked Case 15 because she loves the year 2005.
2015.
Oh, 2015. I'm so sorry. My notes make no sense for some reason. Because she got married and went to America in 2015.
She's a big Conan fan. She went to watch The Tonight Show. It had already been taken off the air.
Huge Raw fan as well. But who isn't these days? Got married, went to America, and we're going to see how she goes, okay? Will she win the 100,000? Probably not. Does she deserve the 100,000? Probably not. You know, if you're milking that many goats a day, you're probably good on 20,000 even would be amazing for her. So
Yeah.
I think it's good to have maybe a lower level for some contestants. You know, you see a rich guy come in, you're like, he needs 100,000 just to pay for that, ice bath or whatever he bought.
Now, she's got a husband and a few kids. They live on a farm, and if they win big, they want to go to Edinburgh for the Harry Potter fan experience and ride the Hogwarts Express.
The Hogwarts Express, which there's a certain brothel that'll give you that Hogwarts Express, if you know what I mean. Very weird dream. And again, remember how I said doesn't deserve the 100,000? Let's talk about it, okay? If you're going to spend the money that you win to go to the UK for a Hogwarts Express, you can do without it. That's just all I'm trying to say.
I mean, one day we'll probably go to Edinburgh. Would you go and check out the Hogwarts
Yeah, but if you
Express?
gave me money right now, I wouldn't go and fucking travel with it. I'd probably pay my mum back or something, you know? You gotta need the money.
Are you in some financial trouble?
No, I'm actually doing quite well.
Oh,
I
good,
don't
good.
know why I said that.
I mean, you
But
just
if
did.
anyone wants me to host their open mic and for $100, please, I would love to.
It's funny when people on the telly aren't doing well. Like there is
That's why I love reality TV. They're on the telly, but they need
all right,
this.
first case, number 5.
Oh my goodness.
2,500 gone. That's not too bad for your first case. 5 more cases to open.
That is pretty rough for the first case, I would say.
Better than-
I really think this is going to be ugly this round. So we've just chosen number 22, seeing what that's got. See? 7,500 gone. So we've lost 2 of the big boys.
Staying on the
Not
right
big
side
boys,
of the
but medium
screen.
boys.
Yeah.
Which is...
It is funny when, because they're doing Celebrity Week, and it's like the celebrity has to give their money to charity, but it's like they might need it. Like the celebrity might need the cash as well.
Because,
They're
people
not
think
doing-
celebrities are doing well. A lot of them are gambling addicts.
I mean,
and
you've been on television. Like, you're not rolling in it.
yeah, they paid me very little for that.
So case
Some
number
would
one
say
had
nothing.
$20,000 in it, staying on that right side.
Okay,
That's not a great start at all. 3 cases to open until a bank offer.
They're going to talk about this episode on the Podcast Awards as probably one of the most depressing episodes of Deal or No Deal. I mean, this is
Imagine
brutal.
if-
Case number 10 is $75,000. So just for you watching at home, few people have said, we can't see the show, we can't hear the show. What the hell is this podcast? And again, we're going to be nominated, so relax. But in 4 cases, we've got $2,500 gone, $7,500 gone, $20,000 gone, $75,000 gone. And now $750. That's the best it's gone
And a
so
correct
far.
guess.
Oh, so she gets $250?
$250 in the back
Nice.
pocket.
Good on you, lady with the hair. So again, if you're not watching this, you're an idiot. I don't think the 100,000 is going to happen. I think it's going to be one of the blue ones.
So
and
1 case to open to
you
a
know what's
bank
tough,
offer.
and I think I might have said this before. It's tough to think getting to this show costs more than what you leave with. Like if she gets $50 or less, her Uber there was more than what she's left with, and probably I would assume they're taxing that shit. Grant should at least give her like his watch or something if she makes $50.
My mum said that she came and watched me at the store do comedy for the first time, and after my set, she goes, "Do you think you could do this full time?"
Oh my God, $40,000. Sorry to interrupt you, Tim, but what's
Not
your
a great
name?
start.
Kiara Jackson. I'm so sorry, Miss Jackson.
My mum was like, "Do you think you could do comedy full time?" I was like, "Well, I got paid $70 for tonight, and parking was $30, so probably not."
Where are you parking?
Don't
no,
worry
there's a
about
free side street
I know,
next to
but
the
if you
comedy
get there
store.
late, you cut.
No,
Yeah.
Timothy. For those of you watching at home, there's a free side street.
All right, the first bank offer was $1,000, $244.
Can I be honest? I would take that. Wouldn't you?
She's gone no
Look
deal.
at what she's got. I mean,
would
yeah,
go
technically
no
she
deal.
could get 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, or 100,000, but she's not going to. Like, I'm so sure about this. People watching, both of you would think that I've seen this before, but it just does. This episode stinks of a terrible look. Grant's got that look in his eyes. Some weeks they need to save on the budget, and you can tell. I'm not saying it's a rigged show, but it definitely is. And Grant knows. You know, look at that. He's got that under 750 look in his eyes. And Grant gets a little evil when he knows.
While they're having a little bit of a chat, we should just mention that last week the contestant wanted to pick case number 7, but went against it because their son put a number generator thing in and they picked a different number. Anyways, we missed who opened case number 7. There wasn't much money in it, so lucky they didn't go with it. But
Thank
it was
God.
your mate, Patton Oswalt.
Patton Oswalt, which huge fan actually.
He's a great stand-up. Great actor as well.
Patton you ever seen the Comedians of Comedy?
I don't think I have.
Great comedy podcast. If you guys are watching, it's he starts this show with him, Maria Bamford, Brian Posehn. You know him? You definitely know his face. And Zach Galifianakis.
Oh my gosh.
And they go on the road. It's kind of alt comedy. It's them building their own vibe. And then it's just them shooting the shit and
it's
bits
awesome.
from the... It's great. It's a little 2-hour podcast. Everyone can...
Zach Galifianakis live at the Purple Onion, one of the first like
Fantastic.
Netflix specials.
Great. One of my favorite...
on DVD.
One of my favorite opening jokes is my name's Zach Galifianakis, and I hope I'm saying that right.
Because they spell it Z-A-C-H.
Come on, baby. Come on. All right, we got 5 cases to open. Kiara Jackson looks like she wants to go home, to be honest. Cause,
She was not in a good mood from the get-go.
yeah, because she probably knows. $10. Okay, that's pretty good. See, pick a couple ethnics, Kiara, and they might give you some good advice. I want to say, by the way, we're only 2 episodes in, but very, very white cast on Deal or No Deal. If we can do an Arab edition or Muslim, $50,000, Kiara. Okay, never mind about the ethnics.
So if we just
that guy looks
look
like
at
one
the
of
balance
us.
of the 2 poles, all right? Left and
Stop
right.
the boats.
There's so much blue and
So
not
much blue, yeah.
Not much green. Like
Absolute blue balls.
she's not in a good position, and I know we say things like that over and over and again, but
$50. Okay,
that's not bad.
Some things are leveling out. She's still got the 100,000. This is the tough thing with this game: is you know that you're destined for a horrifying outcome, but for some reason you see that 100,000, you go, but what if? And that what if keeps you doing things.
This must be her dad or something. I hope it's not her partner, because that would be disgusting. That's a huge age difference.
Either way, let him kiss. All right, I'm so sorry.
He's
He
got-
does look very Santa Claus. He probably works as Santa Claus on the in December at the Westfields. I think I've seen him at a couple of Westfields.
Have you seen on Instagram?
Do you think the Westfield Santas meet up?
Well, I post a Santa photo every year with my best mate.
Do you work as the Santa?
No, we just go and get our photo done. Yeah.
No.
We dress up in costumes and get a photo with Santa every year.
No, I'm talking about the ones who really are out there grinding. Do you think they have? Do you
Doing
think
the
they
Lord's
spend
work.
Christmas together? Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah,
Just all the Westfield Santas
at like a soup
Christmas
kitchen,
together, and they talk shit about the other Santas and the other malls. I think Grant's like talking her off a cliff. They're not even playing the game. For those of you saying why aren't we even commentating, it's not even. He's just talking her down. He's like, dude,
what,
honestly, the goats miss you. And
what are you
should
really
just get back to
gambling
work."
with? You know.
She's like, what do you reckon the alternative is? So if she gets like $50, what's the budget version of the Hogwarts Express? Just a train back to Central, a train back to Central, and they have wands. You know what I mean? That's
What's the
probably
furthest
what she can
train
afford.
you've ever caught? I think I got a train.
I used to with friends just catch trains and like that was the hang. It was like we'd see how far we can go.
I went to I think like
Used to be
Terrigal, like
homeless.
Central Coast. That's the furthest I've ever caught a train.
Oh really?
was-
I've caught trains like between cities, like in India and in Iran for
wow,
like
yeah.
overnight.
Oh yeah, I went
Overnight.
I've gone from London to Paris.
There
on
we
train.
go.
Yeah. But
There we go.
I mean that's fancy.
Oh, you're
I'm talking
talking-
about like City Rail.
Right. Yeah, probably similar. Just we used to just get on, and then when we got bored, we'd head back. We were so, when you used to get like a $5, $10 note,
Yeah.
and it's like go spend a day
What can I
using this
do with
much,
it?
and you're like, all right, I guess we're catching a train. $500, you guys. $500 been eliminated. So we got 50 cents, we got $1, $5, $25, $75, $100, $250. That's the left side. The right side looking horrific with $1,000, $5,000, $10,000, 30. Is that 30? And then $100,000. Honestly, not as bad as it could be, but 30,000's gone. I take it all back. Kiara, you have failed.
Correct
us.
guess as well. So well done,
Dude,
mate.
you know what's funny? These correct guesses are going to leave with more money than Kiara.
He was a handsome man.
He really was. If you are watching this, what suitcase was that? If you guys are watching at home, please
they'll know.
text in the suitcase.
The one attractive man
guy
in
with the
the
green
audience.
polo shirt. Give us a text if you're single, brother, and even if you're not, she'll be fine.
All right, here we go. Bank offer.
got a
What
bank
do you think
offer.
it is going to be?
I think it's gonna be $923, and holy shit, it is crazy, dude. $923. I would take it, Kiara. At least you've paid for the Uber there. All right, you could take Grant out for a nice dinner at a hot pot place. Take
Grant's
Santa.
not going out anyway. He's got to record 20 more of these as soon as this
I
is
don't
over.
think they let him leave the studio.
They just time there.
I think he's got like a little prison cell-esque thing. He gets to sleep.
They give him a dog dish just with some kibble in it.
They feed him cubes of protein. Like he doesn't get meals. He just gets cubes that he has to insert.
She's gone no deals. Well done, Kiara Jackson. No deal. She's playing it. She's in for the long haul.
I think you have to, right? You
Yeah.
can't say deal in the first one because it's a 3-minute episode.
You can do whatever you want.
But
You
isn't it
just-
a 3-minute episode? I don't get
Yeah,
it.
but then you just play as if you would have played and then worked out
Oh,
what
is that
you
what
could
happens?
have won. Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice.
So right now she's playing for $100,000. That's all she's really got left.
The fact that I don't know that is,
You'll learn. This is only episode 2.
yeah, episode. But guys, by episode 10, I'll have watched the full episode. I reckon.
You're going to be doing your PhD on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah,
You're
well,
going to be an expert on this.
as long as I go to school, then my parents will look me in the eyes. 3 cases to open on this one, guys. Yeah, that man's definitely the dad or the husband. You guys text in. Is it the dad or the husband? $250, pretty good. I wouldn't brag about it, and still looking like you might be paying for the Uber home.
So 2 cases to open. If she loses this $100,000 now, she's gone. There's nothing to play for.
$5, pretty good round.
All right. If she can just get another blue boy, the bank might start giving her some serious offers. Because at the moment, what she got offered like $1,000 and a bit, and then $900.
Would they ever do an episode where Grant plays? Wouldn't that be crazy? They get an old host to host it, and I think we know who we would want.
Yeah.
And then Grant plays. I
Yeah.
mean, wouldn't that break the internet? Wouldn't that absolutely destroy culture? Oh my God, 50 cents.
50 cents
Oh.
the monkey, we love it. Well, there was
Which,
a
very
game
racist.
show just Channel 7 were playing with a long time ago that my mate got to go and just like be a test contestant for.
Fuck yeah.
And he really liked it. I forget what the game show was, but it was just a trivia quiz show that got pretty big.
Trivia quiz show they got
Ooh,
pretty
here's
big.
a bit of cash.
Whoa, the bank offer is $3,923. Exactly $3,000 more than last time. They still kept that $923, which is
See, they muck around. They play
Yeah.
little psychological games
Can
with
we
you.
get footage of the guy out back making these numbers up? I mean, I assume he's eating pretzels and Maltesers, just having the best time.
I reckon it's just Ben Elwood at the back of Fuck Club, just like just with his hood over his.
Could that be the 100,000? if Kiara ends up leaving with a lot of money, we might have to delete this episode because I look like a real piece of shit.
I think that's why people watch this show.
She could be a millionaire, and I'm talking shit about her.
I mean, she got that dress from Tarjay, so I'm not sure if she's a millionaire.
Sure. Yeah, that's what I mean by like.
She would have got it from country
Humble
Tarjay
means
as
she'll
well.
be, for sure. She probably ripped that off a cow or something, and oh wow.
The boys are out with their Hawaiian
Look
shirts.
at the crowd. Why are the crowd so supportive? I think it's all of her family in the crowd or something. Yeah, look, they're smiling like they need this.
All right, she's gone no deal. There's 2 cases to open till the next bank offer, and she just lost $5,000.
$5,000 gone, and honestly, it's not looking good. Have you ever been in the studio audience?
Not for this show, no.
Really?
I think because they used to film it in Melbourne. I'm not sure where they film it now.
I would have thought you would be in every show.
Zach Galifianakis, another great sketch he used to do. He would just be in the studio audiences of different shows.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, God, he's great. Hilarious.
It's a shame he doesn't do much stand-up anymore because he was one of the best.
One more case. $1,000. He doesn't do much stand-up now. Yeah, you're
He
right.
does a lot of acting. He's a great freaking actor.
He's really kind of.
He's up there with me, I would say. One of the.
Yeah. Did you bring up the commercial?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Huge. I did a Woolworths commercial recently, background extra.
Oh, nice.
And then I did an Uber Eats commercial as a featured extra, and I believe I'm the only guy out of the featured extras who's not in the commercial.
Have you got
because I'm that bad at acting?
Have you got an acting agent?
Bragging. Yeah, I got some agents. I got a couple. No, I don't. But I actually left one agency for another because I'm a cunt. $5,800.
That's a good bank offer.
Is the bank offer?
It's almost $6,000. Like
it's
that's not a bad.
What
day
would you do at this point? I would take
that.
You would take it?
Yeah.
Because the options are $100,000 and $10,000 for those of you who are watching at home, and then there's $100, $75, fucking like 20 cents, and what's that say? A hand job. So it's
that
really
take the deal.
Take the deal. Oh, they're all saying take the deal. I mean, if you're not going to take $6,000, what did you come here wanting? Like, actually, you came here wanting $100,000?
She's gone no deal.
Jesus Christ, no deal, Kiara. You're going to leave with a fucking dollar. Jesus, you're going to get paid less than most open mics. At least they give you a free drink, Kiara. Yeah. We're going to go to commercials, you guys. This podcast is brought to you by...
By my hair products.
Whoever's... Can we get some sponsorships, guys? Text in if you want to sponsor us. She said no deal to $6,000. That's where we're at. I think Grant's like pissed at this point because he's like, we could have split that. I get like $1,000 a night. We could have split that, and now you're gonna leave with $25, and we'll get some what are they called? The snacks or
I've been eating a lot of like
rice bubbles or something.
Like kids' lunchbox food.
Really? It hits different, man. For some reason, the snack sizes, because you eat 2 and you're like, I've really only had 3
I've been
biscuits.
smashing sultanas, like just boxes of sultanas.
Oh, Jesus. That was the one thing I always hated as a kid. Sultanas?
Yeah, and
By choice?
A few muesli bars. I've just been so busy,
Really
I'll just
Australia.
pack my bag with like, muesli bars and sultanas and trail mix.
Oh, my God.
Someone said the other night, how big is this trail you're going on? Because I was eating this massive bag of trail mix.
We're hanging out with Jerry Seinfeld. Why do they sound like that? What's the deal with your trail mix? We got 2 cases to open, you guys. $25. Fuck, is Kiara gonna leave a millionaire?
Technically, no. She can only win $100,000 unless they can.
But we did say last episode they go straight to the pokies with this stuff.
Yes.
So
well, they used to do double or nothing and things like that.
One more case. It's case 14. Holy fuck, $10,000 gone. Oh my God.
So this is abysmal. So she's
It's insane that the $100,000 is left.
That $100,000 is somewhere. It's either in her briefcase 15, or it's up there, and she's going to try and avoid it for her
And
dear
no,
life.
guys, briefcase isn't a euphemism. You sick fucks.
So on the left side, she's got $1 left. She's got $75 left and $100 left. On the right side, $100,000 left. We're getting a bank offer right now.
What kind of bank? Probably over $10,000. $10,000 exactly. By the way, I do the bank offers for Deal or No Deal.
Take the deal.
A few of you are wondering. Can't believe it. Imagine being an actuary. You study actuarial studies, and then you're like, oh, so where do you work? I do the bank offer for Deal or No Deal. Yeah. How much do they pay you? Oh, they don't pay me. They give me a briefcase every night, and it's got heaps of cash in it. Fuck, would you take that? $10,000? No, it's not real cash. It's Monopoly cash. Sorry, I didn't finish the bit.
$10,000 is a decent slab of cash.
At this point, if you don't get the 100,000,
you got nothing. There's nothing else there.
Disgusting. The fact that you even showed up is disgusting.
However, she's only playing one briefcase at a time.
Take the 10 grand. Because you could pay, if she's serious about this dumb little UK
that's
trip.
a bit of like, I know it's expensive to travel with a family
come
and stuff,
on,
but
Carl,
she
grow up.
She
She
could
wants
get
to take
to
her
Edinburgh.
husband and the daughter. Even if tickets are like $3,000, that pays for all their flights return. So I don't really see what more you want. 100 grand is not for the UK and to go to the Hogwarts Express.
And
100 grand is to like be in the next Harry Potter sort of thing. That's big money. You probably hire Hermione to sing at your wedding or something.
She took the deal. She took $10,000. She's going to Edinburgh, people.
$10,000. She took it. We're so proud.
If you want to come see our Edinburgh shows while you're over there, we'll give you comp tickets. So
comp tickets for sure. Oh yeah, if you want to see our Fringe shows, are you doing a Fringe show?
I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, well Tim's having a midlife crisis, but I'm doing a Fringe show. Oh,
she could have played on.
With $1.
She just opened $1.
Okay.
So that bank offer would have gone. Oh, they're going to show us what the bank offer would have been.
Holy fucking
Now remember,
shit. Oh
she
my
wouldn't have gotten this,
God.
but she got offered $25,666.
See, that's a lie. They only did that now that then there's no chance she can take it. It would have been way less than that.
So they're
These
still playing
little
on. They're
cunts.
still playing on.
Oh
$100.
my fucking
She
God.
could have kept playing for 2 more briefcases.
Holy fuck. So there's either $75 in her briefcase or $100,000. Okay, this is crazy. I should watch this more with
Don't watch it too much because remember we've got to do this every week.
Yeah, and I'm like, seen it. $49,000 and $222 is the bank offer. Holy fuck, Kiara. I take it all back. I'm probably the worst financial advisor since Bernie Madoff.
Oh my
This
gosh.
is horrific.
Do you think? Okay, it's either in her dad's briefcase or in her briefcase.
Oh, we went with dad? I was thinking lover.
I mean, he seems quite elderly.
Quite daddy? Yeah, okay. Let's go with daddy.
But
That
I don't
works
want to
for both.
judge. I don't want to kink shame anyone.
I do.
All right,
my
she's
God,
either got
this is-
$75 or $100,000.
Again, you guys probably aren't watching
But
and you're going, why aren't they talking? It's because
We're too-
this woman's life is on the line. You
But
guys don't understand what's going on.
She's
here.
already accepted the $10,000, so this does not matter. But she
Oh my
had
fucking God.
$100,000 in
Oh
briefcase
my
15, the briefcase she
fucking
chose.
God.
She could have won $100,000, and that is how you
Jesus
play the
Christ.
deal. Oh my
What an episode.
goodness!
If we do not get nominated for Podcast of the Year after what we just accomplished, well, we didn't do much. But after Kiara just did 100,000 in the briefcase, Tim, do you understand?
Oh, I understand.
How often does this happen?
A lot.
Oh, okay.
A lot.
Okay. She looks
Look,
so
she's holding back
pissed.
the tears.
She's fucking so pissed,
Yeah.
dude. Imagine winning $10,000 and being so pissed. God, white people are awesome. I mean, you got 10 grand. My cousins would stab me in the eyelids for $4.
Grant's given her the number for Lifeline. Like
Oh
this
my
is
God.
this is a bad way
This
to end
is
the show.
fucking crazy.
But that's what
She's
can happen.
So sad.
Oh.
Imagine
Well,
winning 10 grand and you could have won 100 and you're so upset about the 90 grand you didn't win instead of the... What an episode, you guys.
Great episode.
Holy shit. Well, she is going to Hogwarts still. Still going to the UK for sure. Gets the Hogwarts Express. But I think she's going to be so pissed that whole time. Like, look, Mum, we're on the Hogwarts Express. And she's like, we could have been... I could have bought us a little village in some countries. We could have bought people if we wanted to. 10,000, you can't even put a mortgage on anything. 10,000, you can't even get a good car.
I love how you flip flop. You're like 10,000 is going to get you to Edinburgh. Now you're
No,
like,
now
you
that I
could
know
have
she
bought
should
a
have got
village.
100,000, I feel like a dumb asshole.
Well, why don't we cheer her up with a few jokes? I've got a few jokes
do
to pitch to you, to read to you. off these
Thanks
blue
for watching,
cards.
you guys. Thank you, Dylan O'Deal, for existing. And Kiara Jackson, I just want to say one more time, good on you. I'm so sorry about my energy this episode. I hope you enjoyed Hogwarts, but wow, if you are not living with that every night, I don't know how you're doing it. I wouldn't sleep for years knowing I could have met Grant Denyer.
It took me a few years to get over not getting Raw.
Oh no.
Imagine $100,000.
Oh no. This is terrible.
All right, here we go. Here's some jokes off blue cards to finish the show. So, I'm autistic. I'm on the spectrum, and I don't really like loud noises. But when things don't go my way, I'll tell you what, I'm the loudest cunt in the room.
Okay. That's one of them.
I also have bipolar. You know,
Okay.
bipolar. It's pretty awful. But I mean, we all kind of have bipolar. Yeah, like life's all about ups and downs. You know, we all hate Mondays and we all live for the weekends. In a weird way, I think all of us have bipolar. There's only one bloke I know who's like just consistent, and that's Garfield the cat. And I think Garfield the cat is the way he is because they keep making these Garfield films and they keep flopping. But I don't think Garfield's made for the big screen. I think ginger pussies are made for OnlyFans.
I thought I was going to be a one-liner, and then you talk about the Garfield trilogy, and now I'm in tears.
But OnlyFans is great when you're horny and you want to see what your sister's best mate is up to.
Tim's just doing his act. I think he's like strange. Look, I don't approve of the best mates one, because I'm terrified.
Which one?
The last one.
Oh, right.
The best mates one. But the ginger pussy, that one is probably... I got a couple. Do you want me to do a couple?
You always said you didn't want to.
I know.
I've got blue cards for you.
I've got dumb topical ones that will die next week, so I may as well get them out.
All right.
I had a Joe Biden one where I said, man, you guys heard that Joe Biden dropped out of the election? Man, he's going to be so pissed when they tell him. That's a fun one. And then I have a new one where I go, any bisexuals in the crowd? I like bisexuals. Bisexuals, they remind me of that one kid in the gelato store. You know when they're like, oh, you want a cup or a cone? And he's like, I'm just going to sample everything and then leave.
I did a joke last night where I said I'm agnostic. And it's hard being agnostic because the Christians, they hate you. And the atheists, they hate you. It's kind of like being bisexual. And that got a laugh, but that wasn't the joke. That was just me sitting and
yeah, that is true, though. Bisexuals are the agnostics of the sexual...
Yeah.
No, agnostics are the bisexuals of the religious world.
But, I mean, no joke is going to cheer up Kiara Jackson after losing $100,000 on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, I don't think...
even though those jokes were bad and they probably bombed harder than they'll ever bomb at an open mic.
All those jokes are going to murder tonight at Sweeney's Comedy, 7:30 every single Tuesday. Kiara Jackson, do you reckon would vote Trump or Biden? Not Biden anymore, but before he dropped out.
If she won a bit of money, she would definitely be voting
Trump.
Republic, yeah.
Sure.
But
I got
she's a Democrat now.
I don't think Kiara would want me in the country.
She's
I actually appreciate that, and I
she's
agree
a
with
broke
her.
fucking left-winger.
You reckon?
Yeah, or now.
Oh, now, yeah. Now she's voting Greens and trying to get immigrants in. I did want to say, Fringe Show, I got a split bill with Ramsey Smith.
Our biggest critic, for some reason,
our biggest
hates
critic
the podcast.
and our biggest listener. So thank you, Ramsey. Ramsey's probably listening to this going, I might buy tickets.
I mean, big in size and big in...
Oh, come on. It's called What's the Deal with Kiyanosh and Ramsey. It's a Sydney Fringe show.
Is it really good?
It's called What's the Deal with Kiyanosh and Ramsey. It's hilarious. Yeah, we just wanted to make it just jokes. Everyone's show is like, my dad did this and I'm autistic on my mother's side and stuff like that.
I just registered the domain name whatisthedeal.com.
Oh, there we go.
And if you go on that, you can submit any topic or premise.
It was either that or... what's another thing comedians always say? It was something like, is this thing on?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? We just wanted it to be, it's just jokes. So yeah, September 4th to September 6th at the Factory Theatre in Sydney. Come and watch it. It's split bill. Me, Ramsey, we'll get a great opener. It's going to be hilarious, fantastic. Tickets are like $18. I'll transfer you 17 if that helps. Just come. Come and watch it. Laugh. Please.
You know what I mean?
Well, yeah,
how much time have I got left? That's
how much time have I got? So yeah, it's basically just going to be us doing new gear, open mic gear, and bombing. No, I'm kidding. It's all the good stuff. It's all the material we have, all the funniest things. And we're people are saying two of the funniest guys. Two of the funniest guys doing it right now. I can't sell anything. Just come if you want.
I'll be there.
Tim's going to be there. So yeah, come and meet the guys from this podcast. And if you're listening from the Podcast Awards, please come as well. Some people think, he's only good on podcasts. Just come to the show and realize that that's true. So.
Yeah, I don't have much to promote yet, but I got some things cooking and I'm very excited about a lot of stuff. And we got to get out of here, do it all again real soon.
Super soon.
That's how you make a deal. That's how you make a bad deal.
Wow, Kiara, I'm so sorry. And honestly, I feel like I've lost because I doubted her, I judged her, and I know they shoot these things before we watch them, but it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like we have a big say in what happens. I feel like I gave her the wrong energy and...
she came in with nothing and she left with $10,000. Not a bad day at the office.
Yeah, that's true. What are we complaining about? Grow up, Kiara. You got $10,000. Go buy yourself a Hogwarts.
Could have won a lot more. So It wasn't a great deal, but
tough one. Actually, guys, we're going to try and make this a thing. I don't know if you want to. Tell us if you would have taken the deal or not. Tell us how you would have gone. And be honest with yourselves. Because, everyone goes, oh, what a dumb idiot. I would have taken the 10 grand. So I'm with Kiara on this one. But now looking back,
hindsight's a hell of a drug.
Lifeline. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Weird way to end. And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye-bye.